Hey guys, what's going on? So some guy asked me if I prepare or how I get prepared for whenever a new character releases or whenever a new patch comes around and there's new characters, and basically he's just wondering how I prepare for when a new character comes out. We have Shatterstar coming out this Friday, and then Long Shots Blitz in a couple weeks. So basically he was wondering how I prepare, and I really don't prepare too much, but I think the reason why I don't prepare too much is because there's some things that I kind of inherently know about this game. That sounds arrogant, but I inherently know about this game, and it might be something that newer players might not know, or even later players might not know. And essentially the things that I kind of worry about when it comes to being prepared for when a new character comes out is gold and purple gear. I don't really worry about training mats. I'm in a really good spot with training mats. I know that they are there's kind of a drought of them for some players. For me personally, I've never had a drought of that. Mine's mostly been gold and gear. So what I do for when I level up characters is I don't really worry about orange gear, like gear 13 and that point on, just because of we're gonna look at purple gear right here, but these the superior uniques, I just don't have enough of them to be passing them out willy-nilly, especially with gear 15 out. I got to be really concise about where I'm going to put that stuff. So that's why I really only worry about purple gear. So I'm going to start with gear, and we're going to look at beast, for example, because not all gear in this game is created equal. There's two types of gear, basically, other than, like, based off color. So like you have blue gear, purple gear, and orange gear. But there's two types of gear. There's catalyst, and then there's trait specific gear. I think a lot of people know that. Catalysts, each week, 3 times a week, you have the opportunity to get catalysts such as advanced health catalyst and advanced basic catalyst and superior basic catalyst. So this is kind of stuff that kind of naturally comes just because there's those events and stuff for them. But so yeah, it is important to know how much of that is kind of averaged for each character and stuff. But the thing when it comes to trait specific stuff, and when I say traits I mean mutant, mystic, tech, bio, and skill, is there's 2 pieces that you really should worry about. It's this piece right here on the right. If you come into, the easiest way to see it is actually go into any one of these, and if you go to the leftmost piece, this piece on the right is going to be used most in through all traits. So this right here is not going to be used, this is going to only be a mutant piece. But I have this nice little infographic right here showing where this equates to other characters. So with bio, it would be advanced phosphates. Tech, it would be laser torches, lock case for skills, and esoteric glyphs for mystic. And basically, the average, and I just used the newest characters that were out, and a couple bio, a couple mystic, and a couple tech characters, just because I wanted to get a nicer average. And basically what I found, so this piece right here across the board, you need about 160 of them to get a character from gear 8 to gear 13. That's about when you stop using purple gear, from start to finish when you use purple gear. The next up, you will have these pieces right here. So this piece right here, as you can see, is this piece over here, and it is needed second most, at least when it comes to traits. And then finally, third and fourth are these pieces right here. So typically what I do for these pieces is I try and get them if there's a drought. Like right now we don't have any tech characters out. Right now I'm going to try and get my laser torches up to about 160, maybe 170. For these spiky balls, molecules, whatever you want to call them, I get them up to about 140 whenever there's a drought in gear. And then for these 2 pieces down here, I just try to get to 75. So that's what I do for trait specific gear. I don't have a picture like this for catalyst, but basically you're going to need about 350 advanced basic catalysts per character, trying to get them from gear 8 to gear 12, gear 13. And then the next catalyst that you'll need most is damage, followed by looks like focus, and then resistance, and then health, and then armor. Some characters, like for example Kitty Pryde this month, when she's released, she will require 108 resistance catalysts and only 48 damage catalysts. So some characters aren't necessarily created equal about that, but for the most part, you want it's advanced basic catalyst, then advanced damage catalyst, then advanced resistance, and then advanced focus, advanced health, and advanced armor. So that's just catalyst, but this is more equal. This is so you can see which of these pieces equals what. There is a piece that is excluded on here. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, it's these pieces right here. Whatever this equivalent is, it's kind of on, I think it's on most gear 10 pieces. You can see a piece like this. Basically, you will probably naturally have this amount of gear for the most part. I mean, I don't think you really need to farm it or anything like that. But yeah, for the most part, like I said, there's a bunch of mutants coming out, so you should probably be trying to prep these 2 pieces right here, and then maybe, as we look on this sheet, maybe these other pieces that correlate with mutants. And there's 2 skill characters, so you can do the same with them. So that's it for tech, or that's it for gear, basically. Now I want to talk about gold, the other thing that I kind of prep for. I don't really prep gold. I kind of just try to hit milestone, I believe 10 on the spending gold. That's about 1 million. That is 1 million gold for that milestone. You should get, I believe, 50 power cores or so if you spend that every day. So that's kind of why I stop at 1 million. Sometimes I go over it, and you'll see why I go over it. So essentially how I level up a character every day when it comes to spending gold, and a lot of people might not be able to do this because of training mats and stuff, is I basically, to get from level 1 to level 80, it takes 7,728,000 gold. And we get a new character about every 11 days. The math that I used to get this number was basically how many characters were at global launch, how many characters are out right now, take the difference of that, and then divide it by how many days since global launch has it been, and you get a new character about every 11 days. It's a little bit over 11, but let's just say 11 days. Right now it's actually 10.35, 10.36, just because we got 6 new characters this month, but that will also go into January, so we won't have any new characters. It'll just be a continuation of the 6 that we had. So basically, you just want to take what it takes to get to level 1, from level 1 to level 80, divide it by 11 days, and this is how much you should be spending every day on gold. Now, granted, a lot of people can't do that, or a lot of people don't think that's viable, or anything along those lines, which is absolutely true. I actually try to level up characters every 10 days, so I spend 773,000 per day, just because I try to get a character leveled up to level 10. Some days I actually miss that mark, but I would say if you are, you know, considering this way of, you know, spending gold on at least leveling characters up, and when I say level characters up, I mean just specifically taking them from, you know, a couple levels. I don't mean actually putting gear on them and such. So this is excluded from that number. So this number is very high, and I know that. And I do want to say I've been free to play mostly for this game. I think I've spent about less than $50, but I'm almost 1,000 days in. And I think there is a certain spot when it comes to free to play, and you know, where there is that separation. Like, I would consider myself free to play because I've spent less than, you know, $5 each 100 days. And I think most people are like, oh yeah, that doesn't seem too bad, and it does add up over time. But I think there is a separation of someone who's 1,000 days in free to play versus someone who's 500 versus someone who's 100. So I feel more like that I am spending gold and leveling up characters the way that people who pay do. So I do want to say there is that separation, and I wish I had a better bond, I guess, with those free to play people and knowing about what they go through, but I don't really go through that as much anymore. But yeah, basically this is what you would need to spend, and if you can't spend that every day, spend it on when payday comes out. Spend it whenever there's the gold challenge that comes out every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Just spend it when you have the gold, because that way you're kind of keeping up with your roster. But yeah, that basically does it for this video. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know how you level up your characters. Like I said, I don't really worry about gold gear just because I have an abundance, because I'm not taking characters past gear 12, gear 13, purely because of the mini uniques. I feel like I'm in a personal drought of them, or the characters that I want to take up, I'm in a drought for. So yeah, I want to know what you guys think of this video. I want to know what you guys do to level up. I want to know if you guys prepare for it, or if you guys just go, oh look, Shatterstar's out, I'm gonna level him up. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. On this channel, I do guides, I do giveaways, I do orb openings, I do all sorts of Marvel Strike Force stuff. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.